Hello and welcome to Laura Presents, my very obvious knockoff of Turner Classic Movies. Like, why haven't they given me a job yet? I would be perfect for it. Like, if they did a showing of Cabaret and they needed someone to talk before it, I would be the person. Like, I come with my own Sally Bowles outfit. I also have like this old-timey cane that has nothing to do with the movie Cabaret, but I feel like this cane is just waiting for me to like write a one-woman show about it, about a cane. I'll work on it. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite movies, You've Got Mail, and how this beloved 90s classic is actually a remake. You've Got Mail came out in 1998. It was directed by the great Nora Ephron, written by Nora Ephron and Delia Ephron, her sister. It's 119 minutes in length, stars Meg Ryan as Kathleen Kelly, one of my favorite characters, and Tom Hanks as Joe Fox, F-O-X. The movie is about two people who anonymously meet in an online chat room during the days of dial-up internet. Also, remember how you couldn't be on the phone and on the internet at the same time unless like you were like super fancy and you had two separate lines. Anyway, so they meet in an online chat room and a friendship blossoms and they continue to talk to each other but anonymously, and then kind of like a romance also starts to bloom. But they have never met each other in real life, or they don't think they've ever met each other in real life. But in real life, they have met each other and they're rivals. Kathleen Kelly runs an independent children's bookstore called The Shop Around the Corner. Remember that detail for later. And Joe Fox is the owner of a huge mega chain bookstore that is quickly going to take over the Upper West Side. And from there, the story continues. Can you spell dog? F-O-X. So You've Got Mail is actually based on a 1937 play called Perfumerie, written by Miklos Laszlo, premiered at the Pest Theatre in Budapest. But 3 years later, Laszlo traveled to New York. The play was adopted into a motion picture called The Shop Around the Corner. The Shop Around the Corner came out 3 years later, so in 1940. It was directed by Ernest Lubitsch. Pronunciation probably wrong. It is 99 minutes in length and stars James Stewart and Margaret Sullivan as Claire Novak. This time it's about two employees. They both work in a leather goods shop. Also, the actor who plays the shop owner is Frank Morgan, who you may recognize as the wizard from Wizard of Oz, also starring the beloved Judy Garland. They are rivals and they cannot stand each other, but knowingly they are anonymously sending each other letters. Again, the letters start a friendship, then bloom into a romance, and they want to meet, but they both also hate each other in real life. So it's very similar to You've Got Mail. Two rivals, they appear to hate each other, but they also fall in love. Twirling. My mother and I used to twirl. So now, fast forward to 9 years later, which brings us to 1949, and another movie comes out called The Good Old Summertime. This time, this movie is based off the play Perfumerie, but also The Shop Around the Corner. But The Good Old Summertime is a movie musical and starring Judy Garland, because like if you have Judy Garland in a movie, you need to get her to sing. It was directed by Robert Z. Leonard, and Wikipedia tells me it was also directed by, but uncredited, by Buster Keaton, who has a very small role. This is not at the height of Buster Keaton's career. This is later at the lower point of Buster Keaton's career. The movie is 102 minutes in length, and like I said, stars Judy Garland as Veronica Fisher and Van Johnson as Andrew Larkin. But this time, instead of taking place in Budapest, it takes place in Chicago at the turn of the century. Again, follows two employees. Andrew Larkin is a senior salesman at a music store. Veronica Fisher, played by Judy Garland, comes in one day looking for a job. She manages to convince the owner to give her the job. She persuades the shopper to buy a harp $25 more than it's worth. And from this, a rivalry starts. Again, what they don't know is they're anonymous pen pals. So again, very, very similar, but a musical. Also in this movie, Judy Garland sings one of my favorite songs she has ever sung, and it is I Don't Care. She's wearing this fantastic red off-the-shoulder dress. It's wonderful. It's so good. Just like you can like Google just this song and this performance on YouTube if you are so intrigued, which you should be. Also, Baby Liza Minnelli makes a cameo appearance at the very end of the film. What is that? What are you doing? You're taking all the caviar. The caviar is a garnish. But You've Got Mail is my favorite. I love the character of Kathleen Kelly. I love her apartment. I understand she runs her own business, but how does she afford that apartment? I also thought like this skirt was very like akin to something Kathleen Kelly would wear. I also call this my Sandra Bullock in Practical Magic skirt. Do not name your clothing, that's weird. I also feel like if I'm doing this outfit justice, I should be wearing a cardigan, but it's too hot for that. And that is the third installment in my very slow going series, Laura Presents. Let me know if this is something that you like, because I love it, and I'm probably definitely going to be making more of these videos anyways. Will I manage to mention Judy Garland in every single video of these that I make? I mean, I'm 3 for 3 so far, so I feel like I should be able to manage. That's it, guys. I hope like you learned something, maybe, possibly, or that you have like maybe possibly 3 new movies that you want to watch. And that's all from me. Bye.